The update, Breaking the Fourth Wall. Before we continue the story of Alireza Arafi, we must pause. History is moving faster than the lens of this documentary. Only hours after we released part 1 of this series, the world changed. The headlines you are seeing now are real. A massive strike in Tehran has claimed the lives of Iran's top leadership. Among those confirmed dead in the 2026 escalation is the man we have been studying, Ayatollah Alireza Arafi. He was the interim supreme leader for only a fleeting moment in history, a bridge between the old guard and an uncertain future. Now, his story has reached a sudden, violent conclusion. But to understand why he was in that room, why he was chosen to lead in Iran's final hour, we must finish the journey we started. We must go back to the moment he entered the city of fire. Transition. Back to the 1970s narrative. As we left off, Alireza was to leave the safety of Maybod for the Vatican of the Shia world, the city of Qom. Leaving home at 11 to live in a Spartan dormitory, surrounded by thousands of adult scholars, would have broken most children. For Alireza, it was an awakening. Cham in 1970 was a pressure cooker. Beneath the surface of religious study, a revolution was simmering. The Shah's secret police, the Savak, moved through the shadows of the seminaries, watching for any sign of dissent. Young Alireza walked these streets every day. He saw the tension between the crown and the turban. He saw his teachers, men who would later become the billionaires and generals of the Islamic Republic, whispering about the return of Khomeini. He was no longer just the son of a village Ayatollah. He was now a soldier in training in the intellectual capital of the Middle East. He began his formal studies at the Hausa, mastering the intermediate levels of scholarship at a speed that stunned his elders. He was quiet, he was diligent, and most importantly, he was observant. He was watching a revolution being built from the ground up. The cliffhanger and outro. The boy from the desert had arrived in the city of fire. Within a few short years, the world he knew would vanish. The Shah would flee, the streets of Tehran would run red, and the teachers Alireza studied under would become the masters of a new theocracy. But how did this young student survive the bloody purges of the revolution? How did he catch the eye of the man who would become the supreme leader? And how did his early obsession with logic lead him to become the first Ayatollah to embrace the digital age? In light of today's tragic events, these questions are more important than ever. If you want to understand the future of Iran and the chaos currently unfolding, you must understand its past. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to join us as we pivot to cover the immediate aftermath of the 2026 strikes in our next update. What do you think shaped Arafi more, the desert or the dormitory? And what does his sudden death mean for the world? Let us know in the comments below.